Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends, and man, the lights are kind of blinding me right now. I apologize. How you guys doing? Thank you for joining me today. We're going to talk about kind of in a similar vein to how we covered Dark Elhain last week. A lot of people really loved that video. We're going to kind of cover again, or take a second look at a bunch of champions that really saw a rise in their stock value, if you will, after the inception of Doom Tower into the game. Starting with, or I should say, in addition to Dark Elhain, it is Armiger. Man, Armiger's a very, very special and unique champion in this game. You guys probably are already familiar with him, so we won't spend a ton of time going over kind of his kit, but rather talking about, you know, why he's so good now against two of the bosses in Doom Tower, and obviously in all the areas that you were using him already. First of all, he's an uncommon champion. Yeah, he's probably the best uncommon champion in the game. In terms of, you know, he's a champion that even end game whale players use. You know, I used him inside Doom Tower in Destroy Gear, which again we'll talk about as we progress through this video. But I wanted to kind of take a second look at Armiger and talk about why he is so unique and why he's a champion that everybody should invest in. And that's not something you can say about a lot of, you know, champions in the game, because he's a champion that everybody can get, right? All you got to do is open mystery shards. Everybody can get Armiger. So on his A1, attacks one enemy, decreases turn meter by 30% if the attack is critical, damage based on defense. A 30% turn meter on a 2-skill set on the default skill, so valuable to have, right? So already we're seeing a ton of value there. On the A2, and it hits hard. On the A2, attacks one enemy, damage again based on defense, and increases according to enemy max HP. Enemies killed cannot be revived. So we have a max HP ability on a 2-turn cooldown with a cancel revive in there too. Man, so valuable. Against the Frost Spider, you know, you cancel the revive. You don't have to worry about her coming back to life if the HP burn is not there. And having a 2-turn enemy max HP against Borath, the Scarab King, is incredible to have. You can really use this dude against any boss because he's putting out a ton of damage, again, on a 2-turn cooldown with the turn meter every other turn. You're basically alternating between A1, A2, A1, A2, because it's only a 1-turn cooldown, or no cooldown, obviously, on the default skill, mixed with a 2-turn. This guy's a beast, man. He's a beast. And, you know, when I start my free-to-play account, which is probably yesterday at the time of you're watching this video, he's going to be one of the first projects that I start, right? I'm going to be pulling mystery shards until I get an Armiger, and he's going to be on my very first team because he's that good of a champion. Now, I decided to build my Armiger a little bit different. I think when we first reviewed this champion, we talked about a support tree, and you need the accuracy on your Armiger to land the decreased turn meter on his A1. However, I think Retribution is a little bit more beneficial than going down accuracy or support tree, just my own opinion. So if you can build the accuracy through the banner, through other gear on this champion, I think it's better to get Retribution because you have the 50% chance to counterattack when he loses 25% or more of his HP. And again, every time he counterattacks, it's going to be kind of proccing that turn meter depletion of the 30%. So really, really valuable to have. I also grabbed Cycle of Revenge on this champion. Chance of increasing turn meter when an ally is attacked with a critical hit. So again, having him going more often, it's fairly intuitive why we like these abilities. You can go with Flawless Execution if you want to on your Armiger. I think the default kind of choice is War Master, and that's what we're going to be highlighting in today's video. Again, he's using his A1 quite a lot. Getting that extra damage is going to really, really add up over time, and these are the masteries that I decided to go with. Other than that, you guys can go ahead and screenshot, copy paste, or, which I always advise you guys do, go with what makes sense to you. Your gear, your champion, your team, you know your team's best. Next up, his equipment. Dude, Destroy. Farming Destroy gear is going to be crucial now in Doom Tower, and Armiger is a perfect candidate alongside Cold Heart and all the max HP champions, Royal Guard, Septimus, Cold Heart, who am I forgetting? Husk. You know, champions with max HP, right? Really, really good in Destroy because you can use them against the Doom Tower bosses, specifically Scarab King. So we're looking, what are we looking for? We're looking for a lot of damage. So defense, damage, that's it. Defense, crit rate, crit damage. Now, as I'm prone to do, we have a little bit shy on the crit rate at 83%. Destroy gear is something that I didn't have a ton of, like many of you guys, before Doom Tower. It was widely considered to be one of the worst artifact sets in the game, kind of useless, and now it's in high demand. So I didn't have a ton of good destroy gear. I had to split it amongst Armiger and a Coal Tar on my account. So, you know, that's my long-winded excuse as to why I don't have 100% crit rate on him. But you really need that 100% crit rate because, again, you want him to be landing his critical hit not only on his max HP, but that turn meter is not going to proc unless it's a critical hit on his A1. But then, again, crit damage after that, defense, and accuracy. Some people opt to build Armiger with no accuracy, sacrificing the turn meter on his A1, but I gotta tell you, that's a really, really strong A1. He's doing it a lot, so personally, I think we should go accuracy on this champion. It's tempting, though, to go defense on the banner and scrap accuracy altogether. However, I would not advise you guys do that. So, accuracy on the banner for that reason, crit damage, obviously trying to maximize critical damage output, and defense on the ring. We got a double roll of defense as well, substats, so that looks pretty good. Defense on the chest, speed on the boots, and crit damage, or a crit rate if you can't get the crit rate elsewhere on the gauntlets should be kind of the default settings for your Armiger. Let's go ahead and try this dude out. I want to start out in an old school dungeon here. Let's go Ice Golem Peak. Old school. We call him old school now. This is kind of a fun team we have together. No Aura Elite, excuse me. We have Shield Guard, so it's a 2 uncommon team. Shield Guard on the team. He's just gonna absolutely slay in terms of damage dealt on this squad. We also have Dagger on the team. Dagger is a new rare champion who I did a guide on. I'm a big fan of Dagger. She has a decreased defense at an 80% clip. Very, very solid because we have the sniper mastery as well. So she's going to be our debuffer, and then we have damage and support on Syl the Drakes, and we have Grizzled Jarl there for an increased defense. Why do we have Grizzled Jarl, Shield Guard, and Armiger all on the same team? Because they're all, or excuse me, because both these dudes, our damage dealers, are defense based, and Grizzled Jarl has the increased defense and the 1-turn block debuffs. So let's go ahead and jump in and see how we do. Now, why is he so good in Ice Golem? Well, A, he does a lot of damage. B, more so than all the damage that he does, or I guess equally is important, he also has to block revival on both of the guards of the Ice Golem. Going to be very beneficial for us so we don't have to keep killing them over and over and over again, let alone dealing with their attacks. So let's see if he's able to kill either of the guards. Obviously, a little bit is RNG based, and you guys can, you can fawn over Shield Guard, who, by the way, starting fresh, starting over, Shield Guard's going to be my kind of 1A, 1B in terms of champions that I build out alongside Kale. Going to be Shield Guard, going to be Armiger, and then we're going to have to go with, hopefully we'll pull a Reliquary Tender, or hopefully we'll pull an Apothecary, who else could we use for support early game? I'll use War Maiden probably in the 4th spot, assuming we can't get a champion like Dagger, who I would prefer over War Maiden. But I'm wondering, I'm wondering who else I would kind of build for heals, right? Who do you use for a healer before you have Apothecary or Reliquary Tender or something like that? We'll have to think about that anyway when we make that account, so stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, guys, and stay tuned for that saga of the free-to-play account and kind of how that goes. But, long story short, where we started here, let me make myself, thanks for the feedback, guys, by the way. You want me to be a little bit smaller over here in the corner so you can see all the players here in the game. So we want Armiger to be killing these dudes, and he killed with the A1, not the A2, so he did not block the revival, unfortunately, there. Hopefully, he's able to get a... he didn't even get that one off in time. Again, RNG base, what can you do? But, let's see. Let's see how much damage he can do to the Ice Golem here. Again, having that increased defense is going to help out his damage quite a bit as well. So, you'll notice the decreased max HP. Again, that is the Destroy gear that was recently buffed as well. It went from 30% to 40% max HP. So, I think he's going to be hitting the Ice Golem with his Laid to Rest ability for probably in this build, probably assuming he does land that critical hit, around 200,000 damage or so. Not bad from an uncommon champion. Let's see right now. It's going to be Laid to Rest right now up. Here he goes now. Boom. And yeah, that wasn't what we're looking for. What a great showcase. Wow, can't stop those 20k hits, man. All right, well, I did run this previous to the video recording, and he was hitting for incredibly hard damage. That was not a great illustration, but what are you going to do here? I don't edit these videos. We'll try to give a realistic depiction, and sometimes you don't land a critical hit, or sometimes you don't land a strong hit for whatever reason. Anyway, this team is actually staying alive fairly well. It's probably going to be about a 3-minute and 30-second run. There's a later rest too. Why is he not hitting very hard with his later rest right now? Obviously, max HP, not going to land too heavily on the guards. They don't have a ton of HP, so that's part of the reason, but I am curious as to why. That's this A1 right there, as to why he's not hitting the Ice Golem for more damage. Again, on the test run, he was consistently hitting for, let me run on the Ice Golem right now, take it off auto. We'll do it not the next time, but the time after. And of course, couldn't have been a worse run for you guys. He's not even getting the later rest down on the guards. He's not blocking the revival. He's not doing anything, man. I guess it teaches me from going on, I was like, what is going on here? All right, here he is. Later rest, I want to just kill. I just want to kill the minion here. Kill him. There we go. Block revive 106k. Thank God. All right, so we got 1 block revive. You know what? Listen. You know, he's better. He's better than this. Trust me. Maybe he'll shine in Doom Tower. All right, so now we are going to, next turn, we're going to attack. And we need speed, too. I didn't mention speed substats. My speed on Armiger right now is around, I want to say he's at 159. Would like that to be a little bit higher. Hit hard, please. There we go, 241,000. That's more like it, Armiger. And this is going to be game over, game set match here. So again, a fun team. Look at how much damage, though, Shieldguard put out. Oh, my word. Grizzlejaw put up 550. Shieldguard 2.1 million. Armiger 1.1. Still the Drake's 931. Dagger 1.2 million. Dagger, again, can put out some damage. Now, again, why do we want him? Why is he so good there? As I said in the beginning of the run, is basically he can block revivals. It's really nice to have that ability on a 2-turn cooldown. Usually, that's probably the worst that you can hope for from an Ice Golem run from Armiger. Obviously, you can use him in spiders as well. You know, let's focus on the Doom Tower bosses right now, and we'll do spiders later. So, where is he so good? Well, he's basically good against any boss that is not magic affinity. So let's just kind of go through them one at a time here. Let's start with the spider. And Nether spider, I mean, it's great. I mean, it doesn't actually, let's show him against Scarab King, right? So where is Scarab? Right here. Okay, so this is a team. I hope you guys don't mind. We are in Doom Tower hard, floor 100. I haven't progressed that far in normal yet. And I have no silver keys. I have no silver keys. Oh my God, do I have to wait 1 hour and 22 minutes? I guess I'll be right back in 1 hour and 22 minutes. All right, guys, that's much better. Magically, we're back an hour and a half later or so. We're gonna go ahead and tackle Scarab King on hard, level 30. That way we can highlight non-legendary champions on the team. We don't have an aura lead on this team, so that's unfortunate, but hopefully you guys will kind of see, you know, the key components in a team like this. Now, Armiger is a champion that I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video. He is worth building more than 1 of. He's a champion you can build 2 of. I mean, some people can even run 3 Armiger's, but he's a champion who's easy to farm, and is a champion that you guys should consider at least building 2 of, because they're easy. Again, he's easy to get, and again, you can use him the beginning of the game, the middle of the game, and the end game in Raid Shadow Legends. And by the way, guys, just kind of apropos of nothing here, was just reading your comments on yesterday's video while I was waiting for the reset to happen, and man, a lot of love, a lot of really kind comments. A lot of support here on the channel, and I just want to say thank you. It's fresh in my mind. I was just responding to them right now. You know, not to sound super corny about it, but even a couple comments about, you know, fathers watching with their kids, their sons, and, you know, that's really cool. It makes me, again, a little corny here, but it really makes me, I can't wait for the day. And look at that. Boom! See that max HP go down by Armiger? Wow! Thank you very much there, Armiger. Wow. Yeah, man, we don't even need this team, essentially, but it's everybody on this team, I should say. But anyway, back to the point, yeah, it really makes me long for the day that I can, you know, enjoy games with my son. I mean, he's 3, so I think we got maybe a year or 2 or 3 to go, and probably not going to be Raid Shadow Legends, if you know what I mean, you know, probably not the best game to get him started with gaming. However, I'm still looking really forward to the day that I can kind of enjoy those moments. So it kind of made me, I don't know, not bawling over here, but a little emotional about it. So, you know, thanks. So anyway, guys, this team is really, really cool. Really a big fan of this team. Obviously, we have Draconis with the shield in there. We have Coldheart, who just died. We have Armiger, who's still alive, and I'm trusting him to kind of finish off this Scarab King. Scarab King Borath is going on a tear right now, but the good news is we got Armiger, we got Coldheart. They're both in the destroy gear. We get the job done, and Armiger coming away with 226,000 damage. Thank you very much, Armiger. He is a guy who, again, don't need to tell you this. This team, I have Stagnite as a debuffer. I have support, revival, and heals from Reliquary Tender. Also, get rid of the debuffs, a full cleanse inner kit. I love Reliquary Tender. Coldheart and Destroy, Armiger in Destroy, or just 2 Armigers in Destroy gear, and Draconis for the shield ability. Metal Shaper, Sharper, Shaper. Metal Shaper, also a great candidate, rare champion, 2-turn cooldown shield for you guys to go ahead and consider if you don't have Draconis, or if he's probably arguably better than Draconis. But guys, anyway, expect way more content like this coming on the channel, taking another look at champions who are really accessible that you guys can have a lot of success with inside the game. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you all, and as always, take care, guys.